Hi there, Timmy. Hey, Roy. Well, I see you have a brand new camera. I sure do. I bought it with my allowance, and it's all mine. But where are your lenses? You can't make a video without lenses, but there are so many to choose from. I don't know what to do. I don't have a clue. Do you have any ideas? In today's episode, I want to give Timmy and you my top 3 recommendations for budget Canon lenses. So my first recommendation is the Canon EFS 24mm 2.8 lens. You can buy this lens brand new for $149. It's called the pancake lens because it's so small, it hardly takes up any room in your camera bag. This is my go-to lens for both of my YouTube channels. It's not too wide, and it's not too zoomed in. This lens is made for the Canon crop sensor cameras, the 70D, 80D, 90D, and the Rebel series. On a crop sensor camera, you have to multiply the lens by a 1.6 crop factor. So the 24mm is actually a 38mm. Technically, you can put this on a full frame camera, but you will get extreme vignetting. So to get the best from this lens, just use it on a crop sensor camera. It is a great lens to vlog with. This lens is so small and lightweight that you can vlog for a long time without having your arm get. This is an STM lens. That means the autofocus is nice and smooth, and the autofocus motor is silent. So the external mic on the camera will not pick it up while you're vlogging. Now, because this camera has a 2.8 aperture, it is very good in low light. So number 2 on my list is the Canon EFS 10-18mm. You can buy this lens brand new for $299. This is not a prime lens like the 24mm. This is a zoom, and it has a range of 10mm to 18mm. This is also an EFS lens. That means it is made for the Canon crop sensor and not for the full frame camera. That 10-18 is actually 16-28. Now, aren't you happy that I'm doing the math for you? You get a wide field of view with this lens. Even with this increased size compared to the 24mm, it is perfect for vlogging. And because this camera can go extra wide, it's a good thing that it also has the STM motor, which means that the autofocus is very smooth and that motor is silent. This lens also comes with image stabilization, which I didn't have turned on for this shot. On the downside, this camera starts off at an aperture 4.5, so it is not that great in low light. So last on my list is the Canon EF 50mm 1.8, otherwise known as the NIFTY 50. This lens is $125 brand new. This is a prime lens, 50mm only. This lens is an EF mount. That means that it is made for the full frame Canon camera bodies, but you can still use it on their crop sensor camera. Unfortunately, you still have to do the math on this. So 50mm times 1.6 crop factor is actually an 80mm. As you can see, this lens is very zoomed in. Now, I have kept the camera and the tripod in the exact same spot for this entire video. Only thing that has changed has been the lenses. Now you can see how zoomed in the 50mm is compared to the other lenses on this list. You can vlog with this lens, technically. I mean, I have long arms, and this is the best that I can do. But take a look at the shallow depth of field. Take a look at how everything behind me is blurry. One of the best things about this lens is that it has a 1.8 aperture, which means it is amazing in low light. So there are a ton of lenses out there to choose from. Not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but you definitely have choices. This list was for Canon lenses, but they make adapters so you can put a Canon lens on any other camera body. So one more time, my recommendations are the EFS 24mm, the EFS 10-18mm, and the EF 50mm, or the NIFTY 50. For around $600, you can get yourself a nice set of lenses that can help you out in a variety of situations, from vlogging to YouTube to short films. But let's be honest, you can find some good deals on these lenses in the used market. Shop.canon.usa, B&H, Atomos, and there are other places that sell used lenses. Our question of the day is, what lens did you start out using? You can just drop that in the comments below. I do want to thank you for spending your time with me. If you haven't already, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button to be notified for future content. If you got any value out of this video, go ahead and hit that like button, please. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.